Howdy, howdy, howdy. Just waiting for everything to go live first. Again, I posted on my community tab on YouTube that I was going to be late today. We had dentist appointments and things like that to do. Twitch is Twitch live. Twitch is live. YouTube is YouTube live. YouTube is live. All right, cool. There we are. All right, so for those of you that are subscribed to our YouTube channel, you'll see that I beat that boss that we were working on yesterday. Now, as far as the stream goes, you'll only see the last half of the fight because I wasn't save scumming it, but the second I got Aurora down to low hit points, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna save right here. And everything I've learned about the fight, I need to share it. So if you go check out our YouTube channel, you can go ahead and see our guide for taking down Aurora, some of the tips and tricks. And if you're having difficulty like I did with the boss, hopefully that helps you. All right, so hope everybody's having a good day. Without further ado, we're going to hopefully finish Rogue Trader today, maybe tomorrow. We'll have to see. Been doing a lot in the game. All right, so let's continue. We should be right there at that point where the video over on YouTube starts. So you guys get to watch me beat it in real time. I have since beaten this fight 3 times for making videos on YouTube. So it's relatively goes the same way. All right, so for her, there's not much else for shooting. Do that on Abelard. So he gets bonus defense. She's done. It'll go to Octarian. Octarian. We'll go right here and we'll have our Heinrichs, who is our butt stomping melee guy. He is going to go. Going to give himself a nice big... Oh, you know what? Let's do the melee first, right? So first we'll do this. Then we'll give him this. And then now we'll give him the old choppy chop. Down he goes. All right, Aurora is down. So glad. All right. Now it's a nice defensive zone that we've set up. So now our goal is to push all the way up to the sniper. We want to get to the sniper as fast as possible. Yeah, I could do that. Heroic, and then now let's move. Move, move, move. All right, and then we shall charge. Could go there.
Let's see to it.
Okay. Defense is on. Right now for Octarian. Can I throw a frag grenade like before? I can. I move. Let's see. I hit him. Ooh, he's just out of range. So
I won't suffer this.
can I shoot him with this? No. Not much else I could do with him, so I guess I'll give that to her. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I guess I can't do anything, to be honest. Take aim. Okay. Break the rings. There we go. There we go. Got something off. Can I give him this? No. No. Okay, that's it for him. All right. So now, oh yeah, he's closing that gap right now, and so now he's in heavy cover just by being next to it. Even if he's facing him, he's in heavy cover now. And then we'll try. Can we throw a frag grenade? Oh yes, we can.
The Emperor is on our side.
Take that. Boom. All right. Still have him run up here. Okay, looks like that's it for him now. Dude, he's already up there. That's crazy. Okay, Abelard. Go here. Can I get him? Oh yeah, I'll get him. Boom. Okay. Can we shoot this guy? Let's shoot him. Oh, there we go. Abelard taking them both out. Nice, nice. Okay. All that's left is the sniper. That sniper's going down hard. Alright, you gonna kill somebody? Oh, Cassia, no! Can I get him? No. Get him though. Not that it's needed. Not that it's needed, but if I can get him up here. And reload. He can still shoot. He can still shoot. Can't hit him though. Alright. Defensive mode engaged.
Just a minor setback.
Break the ranks. I should have done take aim. Can I do that?
I cannot.
Cannot. Alright, that's it for him. Alright. We'll go here.
Everyone.
And strike him down. Come on, you got it. Alright, next.
I won't object to it.
Alright, and then here we go. Last time. Here we go.
But of course, I'm done with this one.
There we go. And we're done. We're done with the boss fight. Alright. That's it. Everybody's alive. Look at that. Okay. Well, let's level up. Oh, can I keep spinning? Can I keep spinning around? What is this? You already have this feature. Alright, so is 15 like the highest? Level 16, I unlocked that at level 16. Okay. Well, we can all level up, so I don't know why it's saying... Ah, okay, to archetypes. Master Tactician, Grand Strategist. Increase the battle effectiveness of part designating strengthening important parts of the battlefield. Interesting. Battlefield control, ally buffs, unique utility, and enemy debuffs. I think I like that. Okay, so combat tactics, okay. There we go. So that's what we're doing, I guess. Assassin, seek the opening, dispatch second weapon, dispatch, bounty hunter. Wild hunt. Critical hit, defense reduction, killing priority target repositioning. High damage, dodge, and dodge reduction, threat elimination, and hit and run. And then that one. Okay. Well, I think... Critical hit, defense reduction, killing priority target repositioning. Or high damage, dodge, and dodge reduction. I think I'll use this. Okay. Okay, and then so now, what's this one? Core focus, versatility, large area attacks, personal buffs, weapon set rotation, and crowd control. That sounds really good. Frontline leader, defensive support, temporary wounds. No, I think this is what I want. Okay, and then for him, Vanguard, he's going to be my tank, so that makes sense for him. Let's see, she is my shooter, so bounty hunter makes sense to me because I move her around the battlefield, blasting people. What? What? Okay. Oh, they already hit complete? Okay. And then her, Master Tactician. Scaling with party success, long-term single target buffs. Momentum, versatility. That's basically the way I'm playing her. Although she's like a duplicate officer, so maybe double up on Grand Strategist? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I think just to be different, I think we'll do Master Tactician. I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so everybody's level 16 now. Now we gotta loot the place, right? There we go. All right, so let's loot the place, right? We got a lot of loot. Ooh, yeah, we do. Okay. Well, strip their corpses.
What advice do you seek?
This one. All right, take that. Ooh. This is a Rebel Sniper 18 to 25, so I know exactly what he's getting. Rebel Sniper Rifle, where is it? Because right now this is what, 12 to 16? 12 to 16, where'd it go? Do I have a bunch of them and they're just stacked somewhere else? Long as 14 to 20, that's even better. Okay. Toy pattern lasgun. Where is the other sniper rifle? Is that it? No. Blast wave. Why can't I see it? Let's see. Also, double check Nightbot's watching. All right, Nightbot. Nice to see you awake. Okay. Where did that sniper rifle go? It's not one of the red ones, is it? No, it's not one of the red ones. Just look. Modified. Bolt pistols. Can't wait to see what, 12 to 16. Where'd it go? Okay. Whatever. It's not there. Fine. At least, long last, that's, oh yeah. Written on the side of the shuttle in pilot's lowly slang are the words, "Do not touch." Oh, there's goods. It says, Commander Cloak, range of all archetype ability. Ooh. Kind of decent.
The divine watches over us.
Alright, I could take that. Dang! What's this? Flak chestplate. Dang! Look at all this. And we got some boots too. More boots. Alright. Got this one. Can't believe we beat a Chaos Marine.
I forge my destiny among the stars.
And there we go. Alright, so I know we got more problems at the ship, right? There's another one over here. Sergeant Malgar. Oh, thanks for the follow, Michael Jack. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Here we go. All right, let's get out of here. But first, before we go, let's look at our equipment, all right? So, I know we got those boots. Let's give... Okay, he's got boots. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, Michael? Okay, he's got boots. He does not have boots. Also does not have boots. Let's give him boots. Got all that stuff. Doesn't have any rings. Nobody in my group's a heretic. Okay, so that should be either for him. 10 coercion. Use endure. They immediately. Oh, well, she doesn't use endure. Okay, what else we got here? That's the endure cape. Where he uses run and gun, they get an AGI bonus damage on their ranged attacks. Okay. What does this do? Ranged attack hits an enemy. The wearer gains a +5 bonus to critical hit chance. Oh, okay. So yeah, both of those are good. Either one would work for her. What do we got as far as armor goes? I don't think we got anything new. Black vest? No, that's not better. Yeah, it looks like armor hasn't changed. And then the weapons, they don't look like they've actually changed. I want a heavy bolter though. Is that it? Heavy bolter, heretical? Oh no. He could carry it if he was heretical. Oh. There's my heavy bolter. I want a heavy bolter so bad, and it's heretical, so he can't use it. Oh, that sucks. Damn it. All right, well, I guess that's really it for these guys. So let's continue on to the void ship. Loading. Nice. Thanks to the Emperor, you are alive, your lordship. We are most gratified by your return, and the crew is full of zeal to carry out any orders you may have. Before anything else, I'll hear an account of what happened to the system's son. The Voxmaster falters. Lord Captain, we saw a number of ships approach the sun. Black creations of inhuman make, amalgams of sharp angles and edges. They surrounded the star and then, my apologies, but I struggle to find words that could describe that terrible sight. The Xenos made the sun vanish into the void. The interrogator closes his eyes and grimaces. Drukhari. You see Abelard's expression change as if a shadow has suddenly fallen over him. He rubs his temple warily, as if we did not have enough troubles on our hands already. The Xenos, enemies of humanity? Heinrichs nods. A breed of the Eldari, the most cruel and devious of their kind. The design of their ships matches the description provided by the Voxmaster. Like all Xenos, the Drukhari are a blight on the face of the galaxy, but their technological superiority is indisputable. They abhor and fear warp sorcery, which is why they rely on creations of their twisted intellect. And many of those creations are capable of things that may seem akin to sorcery to the unenlightened eye. The theft of a sun is one example of what they are capable of. Were the Xenos in league with Aurora's cultists? We can rule out that possibility. The Drukhari would never ally themselves with the arch-enemy's worshippers. If I had to name one thing that humanity and these Xenos have in common, it would be a shared loathing for warp corruption. Heinrich glances around. The situation calls for immediate action, Octarian. We can continue this conversation later if you wish, but right now, he gestures at the deck, teeming with tumultuous activity. I believe you should assume command. What is the current situation on board? Voxmaster Vigdis. The navigator's sanctum is no longer empty, but the warp engine is still refusing to obey the engine seers. Without it, we cannot perform a warp jump. Pascal's voice buzzes anxiously from his Vox. It may be angry, or perhaps it is lamenting the injuries it has suffered. I will immediately initiate preparations for a prayer service. As the Omnissiah grants me comprehension, I will appease the machine spirit of this vessel. Why did you not send a shuttle to the planet for me? I do apologize, Your Lordship, but we are unable to receive your request for evacuation. The Vox Link was overrun with vile interference, screams, blasphemous hymns, and other equally sinister noises. Any who listened to the interference for a protracted period lost their sanity. Several dozen operators went mad monitoring the Voxcaster in the hope of hearing your voice. Each one of them waited in vain. What is happening on the planet now? Our augur operators are reporting numerous uprisings and other manifestations of the archenemy's powers at various locations on the planet. Based on the fragments of communication picked up by our Vox operators, there is practically no resistance to being offered by the governor's forces. Millions of people are converting to the blasphemous Final Dawn cult en masse and assembling in prayer circles. Do we have any hope of retaking the planet? I fear that Rykad Minoris is lost. The situation is deteriorating by the minute. We must leave the system as soon as possible. However, there are still people on the planet who have not succumbed to heresy and who are worthy of rescue. Besides the small number of our own shuttles, we also have shuttles salvaged from the starport. Am I new on streaming? Yes, I am new on streaming. Relatively, at least. The dark eyes of Sister of Battle flash. We must save as many as we can. This has all happened for a reason. Saint Argenta, whose name I carry with reverence and trepidation, is famed for saving the people of a dying world through the power of prayer. The God Emperor himself sent a star from the heavens that lifted the saint and her followers up to the sky, away from corruption and death. We must do as she did, direct all our efforts to saving those people who at this moment look to the heavens in hope of salvation. The lives of peasants are of little value. Our prime objective is to save the Holy Relic, the miraculous fusion reactor, and the electro-priests who guard and tend to it. Abelard furrows his brows. Every moment we spend in proximity to a dying world, we are putting ourselves at risk. Your life, Lord Captain, is far more valuable than all of Rykad Minoris. The von Valancius dynasty cannot be allowed to perish, and so, lamentable though it is, we must rule out the idea of any evacuation. Heinrich's eyes, like two deep dark pools, are resolutely fixed on you. The world is doomed, and its inhabitants along with it. The disappearance of the star was the final nudge towards death. The finale of the cult of the Final Dawn's plans. I once witnessed a similar event, a world that has surrendered to the servants of the archenemy and permitted corruption to enter too deep. At this moment, millions of people are bowing down before those who promised them salvation, and they are willingly giving over their souls to chaos, a sacrifice great enough to bring forth the demon world. Our only hope of stopping this process is to retreat to a safe distance from the planet and conduct targeted bombing of the Electro-Priest Monastery. If we blow up the reactor, a thermonuclear reaction will follow. The world's oxygen will evaporate, killing off the entire biosphere. In doing this, we will save millions of souls from a fate far worse than death, and we will save Rykad Minoris from becoming an outpost of the archenemy. Whatever fate you choose for this world, I urge you to make haste, Lord Captain. The planet is burning in raging flashes of crimson and purple. I can see it even from orbit. As do I see the storm is already upon us. With every moment that we waste, it grows ever more difficult and perilous to steer the ship through the warp's turbulent currents. I'm with the lady on this. Enough talking. We need to get out of here while we still can. Why can we not try to evacuate at least some of the people? For the simple reason that the transformation process will soon become irreversible, and our sole weapon against it is useless. The energy released by the bombardment could stoke the warp energies. I have never witnessed the aftermath of bombing a demon world before, but there is enough evidence of such attempts for me to say with confidence that you do not want to see it. Which of the planets of inhabitants can we evacuate? The nobles you rescued at the starport have given the coordinates of shelters where we can find surviving aristocrats and their families. As for Sergeant Malgar's troops, they will help control the crowds of frightened commoners to prevent the shuttles from being overloaded. Thanks to you, we have salvaged many shuttles from the starport that we can now use. Set an optimal course and carry out orbital strike on the Electro Priest Monastery. Rykad Minors must fall. Yes, Lord Captain. I will immediately inform the navigation artillery decks of the impending maneuver. Heinrich inclines his head. The right choice, Lord Captain. May the sacred Exterminatus cleanse this veil of corruption. Exterminatus! We did it. The bridge is in upheaval. The technoman's prayers mixed together in senseless cacophony. While servitors work hastily to remove a hardened crust of sacred unguents from the warp engine's components. In the middle of all this tumult stands Pascal with the data slate clutched in his hands, seemingly disconnected from the flurry of activity around him. What is going on here? The warp section is not responding to the commands. The ship's spirit is rejecting our prayers in anger. I am currently calculating a plea that might appease the noble spirit. Let's see. Crew, heed the word of Major Henneman. Pascal, I kindly request that you take charge of this mess. When you get some control of the technoman, surely the contribution will speed things up. Either this one or this one, so 1 or 3. Could be 1 or 3, I don't know which one. I'm thinking... Make a suggestion. It would only be a hindrance. I am searching for a way to rectify the error. Pascal is muttering without taking his eyes off the data slate. There's a certain anxiousness to the way he moves his mechanendrites. Mados, if you do not bring the situation under control, we will all perish. Act swiftly. Pascal shoots you a look of fierce pride and says with gravity, you are right. This is my temple. His vox booms with power. Tech comrades, heed my instruction. The mayhem immediately subsides and the crew's actions fall into some indiscernible logic. The Omnissiah's servants start working in sync. And the binary clamor becomes a cacophony of reports, which the Magos coordinates like a skillful conductor. Had we done Pascal? Did not ever act like spineless greenhorn? Now make this rebellion. Admirably done, Pascal. The Omnissiah guides me. The prayers of the tech priests surround the cogitator, almost drawn out of the sounds of the bustling bridge behind you. Pascal, poring intently over the data slate in his hands, extends the mechanendrite towards you. Please take your place at the cogitator, Lord Captain. First explain what we were doing. I studied the data and discovered a machine node that was damaged as a result of the heretic sabotage. The functioning of the warp section was tampered with, and the ship's spirit, aggrieved by this violation of the right of operation, is now rejecting its calculations. I sought a way to rectify this error and have concluded that your participation is necessary to do so. The cogitator systems of this temple of the Omnissiah are subordinate to the shell, whose repository serves the machine we see before us. A machine created for your predecessor and one that uses the biological signatures of dynastic blood in its computations. The spirits should recognize the ship's master and submit to his will. Should. Pascal speaks the final word with a slight tremor in his synthesized voice. That sounded less than reassuring. Lord Captain, comes a crackle from Pascal's vox. Part beleaguered sigh, part interference. I am still poorly acquainted with this void ship. The acolytes here have adopted their own customs for conversing with the machine spirits. They do not know me, and they express themselves in a little-known dialect of Technolingua. I will trust in the Omnissiah that my analysis of the data was correct. It means that we have a chance of appeasing the ship's spirit. Step up to the cogitator. Whoa. What was that frame drop? Didn't see anything on the FPS counter. That was game internal, whatever that was. The huge machine in front of you is lit with dozens of vid screens and hundreds of lumens. The blinking lights and endless rush of symbols and digits on the green background make your eyes water, and a vague sense of alarm simmers in the depths of your mind. The typical reaction of a layperson when confronted with the magnitude of the Omnissiah's creation. Among the numerous controls you see, the mouth of a cyber gargoyle, the same at the gate to the warrant chamber. Pascal's voice becomes imbued with imperious force. Servants of the machine god, heed my command. Acolytes, prepare the incense instrumentation for the liturgy of machine spirit propitiation. Propitiation. Propitiation? I am unfamiliar with that word. What does that mean? Let's look it up real quick. I like learning new words. Alright, let's see. Propitiation. Propitiation. The act of propitiating. Really? Something that propitiates, especially a conciliatory offering to a god. Ah, okay. The act of gaining or regaining favor or goodwill of something or something. Alright, so getting goodwill from a god. So that's what we're doing. Acolytes, prepare the incense instrumentation for the liturgy of machine spirit propitiation. Senior technomats, recite the prayer to generate a current data report. Operations will be marked with the campanological protocol Omnissiah Rejoice. Oh, I appreciate the offer, Michael Jack, but not right now. Hit me up over on Twitter, so that way I can give you a follow and look you up when I need holiday overlays, because that is something that I could potentially be interested in. But that'd be the best place to. That way I can kind of like bookmark you off to the side in case I need you, if that's all right. I must inform you that the purposes of safety, complete reassembly of the warp sextant, and updating of its datasmith blessings are required. If this is not done, then at launch, the volume of aggregate calculation errors could result in the destruction of the data crypts. But as we do not have 100 hours at our disposal, we must omit this procedure. Pascal looks down at the data slate in his hands. A minor deviation from the writer of operation for the sake of appeasing the spirit. What must I do? Deviating from the right of operation? That sounds dubious, especially coming from you. Dogma bids that the appropriate rituals of cleansing and reassembly be carried out on the warp sextant. It is a long and labor-intensive process. Pascal hesitates before continuing. Our best chance is to bypass the sacred prohibition on directly interfacing with the conduits of the motive force. A faster and less orthodox route. As our entire crew now depend on my convincing the ship spirit to start up a broken component. Is that right? Your interpretation is verging on tech heresy. However, given your rank, Lord Captain, I will nevertheless respond. For a layperson, you have described our position with relative accuracy. I place my hopes in his revelations and humbly ask for his guidance. What must I do? Place your hand inside the throat of the cogitator guardian, the cyber gargoyle, which has been assigned to guard the forbidden data crypts. The dynastic blood extracted from your veins will serve as a key to the data core where the machine spirit dwells. To it, we will offer our prayers so that we may bypass the protective protocol for defective connections and launch the warp sextant. Pascal's voice grows quieter. The laws of the Omnissiah know no exceptions, and so in this ritual, I will remain at your side to placate the wrathful machine spirit, in whose abode you will be intruding. Follow my liturgies, Lord Captain, and may we receive his blessing. Place your hand in the cyber gargoyle's mouth. The metal jaws clamp down on your hand, breaking your delicate corporeal sheath and releasing warm red liquid into its gullet. At the same moment, the image on the vid screen before you changes. Connecting 0000.1, connecting 0000.2, connecting 0000.3. Success, Reg 7890344. Access Init ID 8627. NOM OS Operate Respect .act. Insert the vid screen. What does it all mean? Reach out to. What does it all mean? At the sound of your voice, the cogitator's servant, whose bronze-bound skeleton is built into the cogitator housing, shudders. With a screech, its skull rotates towards you and then stops in that position. Benevolent code, a voice receptor. Pascal emits a sequence of binary signals and then is silent for several seconds. I hypothesize that the defect is located in the analyzer block. I register a reaction to the signal, but no processed response. A temporary override is permissible. The Magos intently studies the vid screen. The shell was created on a forge world unknown to me, initiating standard invocation of the machine spirit. Pascal leans over the adjacent instrument panel and sets his hand on the controls. At the same time, a quiet stream of machine code begins pouring forth from his Vox. Sorry, Michael, I don't share my Discord. So you're gonna have to send me either a DM. Yeah, just send me a DM over on Twitter, and that'll work. Pascal leans over to the adjacent instrument panel and sets his hands on the controls. At the same time, a quiet stream of machine code begins pouring forth from his Vox. What should I do now? Lord Captain, I now ask you to address the machine spirit. Speak the following command. By my authority, I revoke the inviolability protocol of the warp engine. The voice receptor will receive the vocal entry. Without your sanction, the machine spirit will not accept the data from the warp sextant. By my authority, I revoke the inviolability protocol of the warp engine. One of the cogitator's vid screens turns red. Pascal sees this and raises his hand, signaling to the rest of the tech priests, then withdraws the connector from his slave and connects it to the machine. Servants of the Omnissiah, make now the offering of cleansed data crypts to the machine spirit so that it may be filled with their true and calibrated data. May the Omnissiah have mercy on their souls. And meek solemnity, the acolytes offer up the cleansed data crypts to the warp engine one after another, repeating prayers of exaltation. After anointing the contacts with sacred unguents, Pascal inserts them in the cogitator's slots. Your head begins to spin from the holy censer's foul-smelling clouds of smoke, and from the loss of blood that the cyber gargoyle continues to drink from you, and the world swims before your eyes. Let this mechanism awaken in renewed purity. Pascal enters a sequence of commands and raises his head, watching the vid screens. Suddenly, he stops dead. No. His fingers fly over the command runes, entering command after command. His mechadendrites, clicking their pincers, pull at one lever after another. The vid screens fill with strings of symbols, completely and incomprehensible to you, but clearly conveying something to the Magos. What is happening? After a few seconds, one of the data crypts mounted on the cogitator begins to emit sparks. A moment later, another data crypt does the same. The next bursts into flame and gives off foul-smelling smoke. Around you, the Omnissiah's servants break off from their prayers, and someone bursts into frantic pleading. Pascal mournfully grates out. The massive errors in the warp sextant's calculations is destroying the data repositories. The offering did not appease the ship's spirit. The warp engine cannot be filled with the motive force. We are trapped. A moment later, the Magus continues uncertainly. Perhaps an alternative Ryzen protocol, or an emergency launch of the auxiliary coils. The tech priest bends over the cogitator, but something in his pose and movements reveals his desperation. While the other vid screens are filled with more and more strings of symbols, the monitor in front of you blinks and its static image changes. Pascal is too engrossed in his ritual to notice. Read the information on the vid screen. Pack com OS stab true, stab false, stat check initiate, perturb reg, disturb reg, nom OS operate respect query. Machine spirit, can you hear me? The cogitator servant breaks quietly in his joints. A sound is drowned out by the binary hymns and tapping of command runes. Ping, require response, injury, rescue query. Rescue yes machine, rescue us. Rescue yes machine, rescue. Lord Captain, the excess of motion in your command will render it unintelligible to... Pascal's next vocalization goes unsynthesized as he sees the vid screens begin to stabilize one after another. The strings phonetically galloping across the green background are replaced with stable images or regularly updating status reports. Only one monitor remains inexplicably red. The tech priest Vox crackles in shock, but his report is as clipped and as clinical as ever. Registering, warp sextant activated. Registering, data stream stabilizing. Registering, 0 data errors found. Reporting, the warp engine is ready for translation. Yes, we did it. After a pause, Pascal adds, I'm also reporting evidence indicating a Category 3 miracle fulfilling the criterion. Thou shalt witness the mechanism that toils in glorification of its function and in defiance of deactivation. Lord Captain, Revor here. The crew are almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier, and I've just received confirmation from the engineering halls. I don't know what you did, but the warp engine's up and raring to go. We're ready to begin the translation to the warp, your lordship. What just happened? I hypothesized that the ship's spirit heard our prayers and intervened. It summoned the power of the Omnissiah to do something beyond my comprehension. Appears that Omnissiah perceives and knows the power of your faith, Pascal. I would not have worked this miracle otherwise. Pascal, I expect you to... Appears Omnissiah perceives and knows the power of your faith, Pascal. He would not have worked his miracle otherwise. I hope he will grant me a revelation that will allow me to comprehend the nature of this miracle. Pascal's vox buzzes with wonder and an undercurrent of exaltation. I know little of the Omnissiah's sacred machines, but what I saw on the screen looked strange. A non-standard output of information lost in the data core. The servitors used as data conduits are not always fully lobotomized. Fragments of their thoughts can appear even in pure code. Pascal falls silent, immersed in thought. The Lord Captain speaking. I'll give you the order to commence translation to the warp. Waiting for you to ascend to the Captain's throne, Lord Captain. May the Emperor protect us. Nice. Nice. We did it. We did it. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. Exterminatus. Wipe out the heretics. The Von Valencia's flagship made its way out of...
the doomed star system. As the void ships plunged deeper into the Corona's expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid a formal farewell to the late head of the dynasty, the Aurora Von Valencia. Having paid their last respects, the crew gathered their strength and braced themselves for whatever was to come next.
Lord Captain, allow me to report. Our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator Arcelio informs me that we have reached a point where we can translate to real space in the Farabundus system. The Lady Navigator and her pilots are awaiting your permission to begin the process. The Farabundus system... Oh, a sec. Here it goes. There you go, that should work. The Farabundus system is home to Footfall, the only Imperium outpost with a functioning wharf in the Coronis expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines worn down by the warp, and to allow the servants of the Omnissiah to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dock. The prayers and rituals will take some time, which our astropathic choir will use to establish a connection with the prime worlds of your protectorate, Dargonis, Janus, and Kiavagamo. Master Zachary Weiss has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Immaterium. The Liege of Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. According to Master Zachary, the message was tinted with shades of pleading. I quote, "Apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible." I've suffered through damage with battle with the cultists of Winter Shift Spirit yearns reach the only ports. Make planetfall on Footfall. Footfall, the place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso will also likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he will be interested in talking to you as well, Octarian. I will be leaving your void ship when we arrive on Footfall, Octarian. Once that is done, consider the Lord Inquisitor's task complete. Your Lordship, young Yvain Winterscale has asked me to convey his gratitude for your hospitality and for saving him from certain death. Not wishing to outstay his welcome, he plans to disembark at Footfall. Lord Yvain swears he will not forget his debt to you. I hereby inform the rogue trader that during a comprehensive system inspection raid, this unit discovered data clusters within the captain's cogitator that are concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher and a sacrament of algorithmic authorization. Unit Octarian von Valancius has been added to the access list and assigned the identifier Keeper 2. The unit can access the data from the captain's cogitator provided that he possesses the decryption key. You detect a hint of something resembling curiosity in Pascal's mechanical voice. Are you leaving us, Heinrichs? The arrangement between Lord Inquisitor and your predecessor was that I be transported to Footfall and no further. I dare not take advantage of your generosity and patience any more than I already have, Octarian. I hope we meet again. True servants of the Emperor are always welcome aboard my ship. You're a skilled fighter. I could use people like you. What do you say we extend your stay in my retinue? Thank you for your offer, but I must decline. I'm afraid my duty to the Golden Throne comes before everything else. Argenta, who is this Reverend Hieronymus who wants to talk to me? He's the head of the Drusian mission on Footfall and one of the most prominent clergymen in the sector. Paying him a visit is a good thing for any loyal servant of the Emperor to do. I assist his mission before I joined Lady Theodora on her voyage. I need his blessing to accompany the new rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. If you wish to have me aboard your void ship, I request that we meet with Reverend Hieronymus. Let's see. Vigdis, tell me about the system we're arriving in. Furibundus is valuable due to its close proximity to the Maw, the gateway to the Imperium. The system is mostly known for Footfall, the main base for merchants, privateers, and rogue traders traversing the Coronis Expanse. Additionally, the star itself is orbited by an Adeptus Mechanicus station, which is off-limits to outsiders. Alter Templum Calixus EXT-17. I had the honor of attending to this shrine for a few thousand cycles. I suggest you abstain from visiting it, as most tech comrades at the station are engaged in meditative calculations that should not be interrupted. What do I need to know about Footfall? It is the largest port and the trading capital of the Coronis Expanse. It has a dockyard that will allow us to inspect and repair the void ship, and it boasts its own astropathic choir, the Coronis Expanse Communications Nexus. Not to mention pirate hideouts, smuggler caches, and forts belonging to a dozen gangs, groups, and factions. In the Coronis Expanse, the Imperium relies on this as its outpost. The fringes of humanity's domain rarely resemble its central worlds, but so long as Footfall serves the God Emperor, insofar as it can, it will be considered a citadel of the Imperium, although I have heard that at times its sends are underwhelming, to say the least. Due to Footfall's remoteness, it has developed its own rules and customs. Many of the goods that can be procured there would be considered heresy in the heart of the Imperium, enough to warrant summary execution. Moreover, Footfall is the domain of the rogue traders, who transcend certain Imperial laws by virtue of the warrant they bear. Footfall is just a brief stop. What next? As soon as we've solved the issues plaguing the ship and established contact with key worlds of your protectorate, the time will come for your Magnae Accessio, the official ceremony of donning the mantle of the rogue trader. It is mostly a formality at this point. You already possess all the privileges granted by the warrant, and yet it is a major milestone in your personal history. The moment your name graces the list of heads of the Von Valancius dynasty. We are all looking forward to that day, Lord Captain. Abelard, do you know anything about the Liege of Footfall? Vladaim Tokara is a very particular young man. Consider your upcoming conversation a baptism of fire in Footfall's political arena. Such things are not spoken out loud, but Liege Tokara is the appointee of the Kazbalika mission, the largest robber baron crime syndicate in the Calixis sector. They specialize in the cold trade, the buying and selling of all kinds of Xenos rubbish. Footfall was previously run by a liege who did business with several criminal factions at once, but it suffered an accident. The reins of power were picked up by Vladaim Tokara, whose appointment benefits not only the Kazbalika, but also their most powerful ally in the Kronos Expanse, rogue trader Caligos Winterscale. Vladaim is a slippery yet very cautious fellow. He does not usually beat around the bush and does not play mind games. Perhaps more importantly, he is no fool. Fools do not rise as high in the Kazbalikan hierarchy. Keep all this in mind. You are a rogue trader. You stand above him in status and wield considerable power. Having said that, history has seen cases where the Kazbalikan barons crossed swords with rogue traders and emerged victorious. Do not forget that and remain vigilant. Kazbalika, vile tech thieves. Pascal's Vox barks out the last word like a profanity. Why does the Liege want to see me so badly? Not you personally. He wishes to meet with the rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. Tokara does not know about Lady Theodora's death, and it is simply seeking an audience with the powers that be. My gut is telling me that something must be very wrong on Footfall, for our astropath managed to read such a strong emotion in such an anodyne message. We have no information, Lord Captain. The broadcast from the Footfall Astropathic Choir was the only missive Master Zachary has received lately. Tell the Lady Navigator I give her leave to make the translation from warp into real space. Vigdis begins issuing instructions. The massive ship appears to change with her every word. The bridge is set in motion as hundreds of people start preparing for the shift to real space, and measured chanting fills the corridors to safeguard the vessel and its crew. Vigdis turns to you again. One more thing, Lord Captain. No one at the station knows about Lady Theodora's demise, and you inheriting the title. Liege Tokara will be informed. It is required so we can use the dock. And besides, he is expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. He will not meet with an unknown person of unclear standing. However, there is still the matter of announcing your arrival. You can either arrive on the station with the proper pomp and ceremony, or choose to visit it incognito. Tell me in detail how these choices will benefit me. According to the Footfall's unwritten laws, rogue traders enjoy special privileges that exceed even the power of the Liege. However, they may choose not to exercise those privileges in certain situations. Arriving incognito will give you more room to maneuver, while an official visit will allow you to directly intervene in local affairs. I shall explain if you do not mind. According to the unwritten rule, every rogue trader arriving at the station has the right to veto any of the Liege's decisions, but there is a catch. The Coronis Expanse is home to several influential rogue trader dynasties, and Footfall is where their interests intersect. Of course, that does not prevent certain persons, namely Caligos Winterscale, from subtly pulling the strings of Footfall. If you, as a new rogue trader, start your career with an official landing and a parade in your honor, the other dynasties may see the gesture as a newcomer challenging their spheres of influence. I do not see that as a bad thing necessarily. Old Man Winterscale may take slight offense. Corda will be put on her guard. But you have just risen to prominence, and most people in the Coronis Expanse have not even heard about Lady Theodora's departure yet. It must be made clear that the banner of Von Valancius soars as high as ever. If I may, I would recommend arriving incognito. You will have plenty of opportunities to savor the sweetness and the burden of power, but right now is the last time you can take refuge in obscurity. This way, your arrival will not draw much attention, and the people will treat you as a person, and not the almighty sovereign anointed by the emperor. It could turn some situations to your advantage. Yeah, I will arrive incognito. It will be done, Lord Captain. Vigdis bows again. With your gracious permission, I will return to my duties. Ooh, okay. Voxmaster, anything extra? Anything interesting? You may be interested to know that a group of officers was discussing a grim rumor over lunch. Word has it the apparition of Lord Captain Theodora has been sighted on board lately. Yes, you heard right. They say she is haunting the decks, dragging wayward crew members off into oblivion. Disquiet has spread through the ship, as the anomaly has been reported in different sections, sometimes entire kilometers apart. Master Heinrich von Kalox expressed interest in our communication stations and Voxnets a short while ago. The interrogator appears to be very well versed in the matters of sacred technology, and it worries me. A man of this knowledge and in his line of work is capable of discreetly planning his own devices in our systems. We will be vigilant, Lord Captain, but you should try to be more careful as well. That'll be all for now. I love to serve, Lord Captain. Alright, cool. So that's Uno. Who else we got? So we're right there? Yep. So we can talk to Abelard and Heinrichs. Heinrichs is leaving, so let's sure we talk to him before we leave. So we'll go talk to Abelard, Heinrichs. We'll talk to Argenta, Cassia, and then run up and go talk to Adira and Pascal. And that should... We'll swing by the captain's quarters too. And I think I got to talk to him. I'll talk to them as well. I'll basically talk to everybody. All right, so let's... Whoa, whoa, where are we now? Okay. All right, there he is. All right, so let's go talk to these peeps. Talk to the helmsman, see if there's anything new. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman Revor at your service. He's got nothing new. Captain? All right, bridge officer. There she is. Argenta?
Greetings.
Tell me about the Adeptus Sororitas.
Gladly. There are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. We... I beg your pardon, rogue trader. Here I am talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about?
They say the Adeptus Sororitas are the fiercest in their faith among the warriors of the Imperium. Is it true?
It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words, more often than not with a bolter.
Are all sisters truly as faultless as you say?
Even the novices, the Adeptus Sororitas, are drawn from among the most worthy. Those who have taken the vows and become a full-fledged sister are the best of the best, tested by trials of body and spirit. Yes, there have been cases when a sister stumbled or showed weakness, but do not expect to hear a story of depravity or downfall from me.
In all the history of the Adeptus Sororitas, only one has ever gone to chaos. And that one is like not like super canon either. So in official lore, not a single sororitas has ever fell to chaos. Now, this past spring when the World Eaters faction released, the lore in there made it sound like they did have some that fell. An entire fleet and planet fell to chaos, to Khorne, which would have included Custodes and Custodes, Imperial Fists, Sisters of Battle, like all sorts of people.
Each such occurrence is a great tragedy for us all. Light cannot bear the smallest speck of darkness within. And thus those who have trespassed or shown weakness of spirit are given a chance at redemption. They are called Sisters Repentia, and may the enemy tremble before her, for nothing can stop a sister of battle who yearns to be cleansed of fault and weakness.
Yeah, Sister Repentias are pretty badass.
Wearing nothing but robes, no armor, eviscerator in hand, Those sisters who have once faltered find repentance on the battlefield. Their lives are seldom long, but a death in the name of purgation is a better fate than to live with a shadow in one's soul. Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield or presented for pilgrims to venerate. And we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics nor the most wicked death world can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
The Order of Pronatus is not one of the Order's militant, and yet you are a trained fighter.
Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless. Both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge. And my order has all the more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters. We are the keepers of the Imperium's relics. What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it?
You said you belonged to the Calixian branch of your order. What brought you to the Coronis Expanse?
The order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the local priesthood of Drusians in caring for a sacred reliquary that had been there since the time of Parson Mr. Wayne, the station's founder.
Are there any other members of the Adeptus Sororitas in the Coronis Expanse?
None that I'm aware of, but the Sisterhood's orders are many, and can operate independently of one another, sending their sisters wherever their presence is needed as deemed by the Ecclesiarchy. Perhaps somewhere in the Lord Inquisitor's retinue, may his path be blessed, my sisters perform their duty as we speak. I wish it were so. Even a single evening spent in joint prayer and training would bring me joy.
I have no more questions about the Sisterhood.
Should any more arise, keeping them to yourself would be imprudent. It is a virtue to take an interest in holiness. About me. I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to tell about me?
How'd you end up on Theodora's ship?
I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet. But I imagine what interests you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the pirate attack. That story is complicated. It just so happened that I made a mistake. In a moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, while her crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I'd barely recovered from my wounds when the pirates struck. Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There is no place where we can be safe from their machinations.
What happened to the people who wounded you? Did Theodora's men eliminate them?
Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. How I pray to come face to face with those heretics once more, and it's bound to happen someday.
You mentioned making a mistake.
It happens even to the best of us. My mistakes are my burden to bear. I'll find a way to atone for them.
Where did this happen?
On one of the recently discovered planets in the Expanse. No one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard.
We could go to that planet and deal with the Chaos Worshippers.
The path to that planet was lost. All the knowledge is gone, along with the previous navigator. It would take immense effort and resources to rediscover the route. The heir to the Von Valancius Protectorate must have plenty of other issues to deal with right now. Perhaps later, when the skies above our heads have cleared.
What was it like traveling on Theodora's ship?
I hadn't been here that long. Just one journey from Footfall, and the other journey, the majority of which I spent in the confines of the Medbay. I can't tell you much about the first voyage. I was more focused on prayers and ruminations than on the people around me, or the journey itself. During the last journey, Seneschal Viserion stood out for me. He came by several times to ask about my health. He's an honorable man and a loyal servant of the Imperium. I think he is as meticulous in his inspections of the logistics systems as he is in his inquiries about the health of the occasional sister of battle aboard the ship. But not all of Theodora's people have earned my trust. You know who I'm talking about. There is no place for Adira Tlas among the God Emperor's faithful. I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the pirates. And I'm equally surprised by how deep heresy and treason run in this place. I'm glad we all made it through that dark hour. May the day that follows be bright.
I don't have any more questions, thank you.
As you wish.
What is it that's keeping you in my retinue?
This ship was targeted by heretical pirates, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary. But for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
It pleases me to have a servant of the Golden Throne on my crew. May the enemies of the Imperium tremble before our onslaught.
So they shall.
Thank you for this conversation. Until next time. Alright, so I talked to... Wait, I got Cassia next. Go talk to Cassia. Where she is. There she is.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Alright, cool. Tell me about yourself.
I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra.
Sorry, Cassia, but I'd like to know more about you personally, not your family.
You wish to know about me? I suppose I can help you with that. What would you like to know?
So you never lived anywhere other than Iraq 5?
Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures.
Tell me about your life on the station.
My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects of our art as well.
Did you have friends? Someone you could turn to for a simple conversation? Not a discussion of yet another lecture.
The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason it refused and died soon after. The The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station. And you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence. And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies, I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not?
You have a point. It's about time we made the decks quieter. I will have the lower ranks stripped of their vocal cords. A ruler cannot maim people just because it is the power to do so. On the contrary, it is the duty of every ruler to look after his subjects. You may find it difficult to believe, but the practice of depriving servants of their voice is not particularly widespread outside Orsorcelio.
Please forgive me, Lord Captain. I was sure it was a sacred tradition made sacrosanct by the ancient vows of obedience. I expect more surprises will be waiting for me outside the walls of Urak 5.
Your third eye, do you always conceal it?
The navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil. Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
You're beautiful, Cassia. Do not let anyone or anything convince you otherwise.
Lord Captain, you are overstepping the bounds of propriety.
Oh yeah? I feel like they got a vessel through the warp.
It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Auronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me. But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete.
It just seems like she's like really strongly tied with Slanesh. It's weird. I notice that your love of painting is reflected in your speech as well. You associate so many images with hues and colors.
The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world.
Why don't we talk about something else?
You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
Okie dokie. Tell me about House of Celio.
As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them.
I take it House of Celio has a rich history.
Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy.
Sorry about that. Who rules the house?
Just as a rogue trader stands at the head of a protectorate, a Novator heads a navigator house. It is the Novator who decides where to look for alliances and which path their bloodline is destined to tread. As for our house,
The young woman purses her lips
a
slightly.
transfer of power to a successor is currently underway. In the meantime, Great Regent Auronto Orselio is ensuring the stability of the house.
You lived in seclusion on a closed station until Felix committed his sabotage. So then you must be the Novator's success.
So, says Regent Auronto. Nothing is decided yet. Some people in the house become enshrouded in rolling grey clouds at the thought of me becoming the Novator. But even more are bound with dull leaden chains. They think I am not ready for such a burden.
With your permission, I would like to talk about something else.
By all means,
What does your special sight reveal?
Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it.
Interesting.
Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at. Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life.
Interesting.
The esteemed Magus Hanuman is shattered like a beautiful stained glass window into a mosaic of colors. His bright, beckoning hues are mixed together in complete disarray. I must confess, it perplexes me. Normally, scarlet and steel are all that fills the heart of a servant of the Omnissiah.
It is weird. I've probably surrounded myself with nothing but heretics.
Behind the cobalt steel of his thoughts, behind the cold, faded grey of his emotions, an ember, the color of amber, glows in Master Van Calox's soul. So bright and warm, one is tempted to touch it. It is sad that the interrogator seeks to drown it with his own hands in the bottomless blue of duty. Sad indeed, but I can relate.
Alright. So bright and warm, one is tempted to touch it. The sad that the interrogator seeks to drown it with his own hands in the bottomless blue of duty. Sad indeed, but I can relate. So,
Kira's emotions are like a
the Inquisitor, he's good.
bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors. And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain?
It's a good question. It's a good question. Talk about us, shall we?
Right here? Are you sure?
It's best for us if we end our relationship? Nah, that was excessive.
Of course. Let us turn from personal matters to more pressing concerns. I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
We're in, boys. I don't know why I'm chilly. It's like 62 outside. All right, cool. All right, so who do we have left to talk to? We got Heinrichs, we got Abelard, we got Adira, and we got Pascal. And then we got Mr. Trade. Let's see who we could dump all our junk on right now. So let's talk to Avlord, then we'll talk to Heinrichs.
Lord Captain.
Okay, so
Lord
nothing
Captain.
new with him, so let's talk to Heinrichs.
To what do I owe this visit?
Nope, no. Okay, those two are done. Let's go talk to our store. How did you come to serve in the Van Valencia's dynasty? Come from Dargonis, your lordship. Been a subject of your dynasty since birth. I've always strived to be one of those who used to be a rogue trader. Alas, it was not my fate to be the primary heir of my own family, due to my being 15th in line for the title. So I decided not to stand in the way of those behind me, in case they attempted to shorten the waiting list at my expense. While my brothers and sisters schemed against one another, I studied the exact sciences and mastered bookkeeping, the greatest art of the adeptus administratum. I must admit that the accumulation of wealth, something one can control, is far more exciting than hunting, carousing, and other traditional amusements of my noble peers. What was it like working with Theodora? Ah, now that's a tricky question, your lordship. Do you ask it of everyone, knowing they risk losing their head should they let slip a careless remark about your predecessor? I shall put it thus. Working with Lady Theodora was never boring and always profitable. The Imperium has billions of subjects, but very few do what they love and what they are best suited to. I would say Lady Theodora was one of the fortunate ones. She was a model rogue trader, and she surrounded herself with those who excelled at and loved their work. Hers was a rare talent indeed. Okay, let's see. I want to know more about the people who buy or plunder. Okay. So wait your instructions, Lord Captain. Alright. Well, I guess it's Adira's next. There you go, let's talk to Adira. Nothing new? Nothing. Alright. Okay, and then now Pascal. Alright, there we go. All the new stuff was just up front. Alright, before we head anywhere else... Am I supposed to go sit at my chair? No. I can't sit at my chair. Alright, let's go in here. I've already done all the equipping at the end of the last fight. Boto. Two-handed, one-handed. One-handed bolt pistol. I wish it was stronger. I want to run bolters. How so imperial to run bolters and las guns, right? What do we got here? Cargo manager. Is that what I want? No, that's not what I want. Voice ship management. Ooh, what's this? Upgrade hull. Upgrade RAM. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Hey, there we go. We're upgrading now. That's cool. Well. Corpus Valencius? Oh yeah, it's that one. Map. Quest log. Ah, Dira. Let's level her. Alright, so we'll give her ballistic skill because I'm putting her into an alternate shooting position. Let's see what we got here. Power weapon, melta, plasma, flame, heavy, dual weapon combat. That's kind of neat. Heavy weapon? I could do heavy weapon. I don't know. Let's do bolt weapon expert. Oh, I can do that. Okay, cool. Next. Alright, dismantling attack. These are operatives. Next turn, the target cannot move and the target's MP are reduced by 3. Dismantling also cripples the enemy, reducing their weapon skill ballistic skill by 30. for the end of combat. Dismantling attack also. Let's do this one. Oh, I already had that feature. Okay, we'll do that one. Wait. All right, and then to archetypes, and we're gonna give her bounty hunter because we gave assassin to our buddy. Can we give Adira the heavy bolter? Oh, she's not heretical. She is not heretical. Okay. Let's see if there's anything new in the captain's quarters. Okay. What's that? Mask of Aurora, the prophet of the arch enemy who foretold the final dawn on Reich and Minoris. Should I have that? I don't think I should have that here. Okay. Position of the pieces on the board suggests this game of regicide was interrupted. The winner was never determined. Okay. The glinting of displayed weapons is mesmerizing. I've never seen many of these articles before. Fine sculpture made from a strange metal seems to absorb any rays of light that fall upon it. Liturgies of the Faithful to his word and name. The text below the psalm heading looks noticeably faded. It appears that the prayer book has been kept open on this page for a very long time. Sorry, yeah, it's a rock monster. Ooh, let's go check out the organ. Parlor organ seems to be sitting idle for many years, okay? Okay, I got some stuff over here. What do we got? Ooh. Someone has disturbed the established order of the bookshelves among the works on... Ooh, right there. What's this? Secrets of Gallant Conduct, how to express your feelings to noble lady. Well, I guess we're taking that, huh? Can I equip that? No, I can't. The bookshelves are packed with ancient books, piles, and papers, tomes, many of which look rather worn. Okay. The lighted glinting out the polished skull of some unknown Xenos makes it seem like the bony face is mocking you. Looks like an orc skull. Personal cogitator? Vault. Sort of vault. Anything cool in the vault? No. What's this? Ticketing of the clock is too quiet for its bulky size. Shrine of Remembrance. Lots of Tylers. Okay. Okay, well, there's nothing new here. What about over here?
I can't allow myself to do this.
Beyond the stained glass, the distant stars shimmer in the darkness of endless space, filling you with its odd sense of dread. Okay, well, that looks like it. Oh yeah, I want to go here. All right. I'm gonna go get some water and I'll be right back. Here we go. Got some Not Your Father's root beer. Yeah, this stuff. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Filled up my water too. But HEB doesn't normally stock it, so I saw it there. I had to buy some. Lord Captain? Revor's voice over the box sounds wary rather than annoyed. I'm getting reports of several ships moving toward us. Judging by the fact that they're not responding to our hails, and the telemetry shows a trail of macro batteries, they're not here for a chinwag. Ready to issue orders to prepare for battle at your command. Where do they come from? Why haven't you noticed them before? The rubbish of Furibundus, and I'm not talking about those wrecks that are about to open fire. I mean the remains of meteorites, gas clouds, refuse from the shipyards. It all bunches together and the smaller ships hide behind it to harass ships as they emerge from the warp. Could this be the work of Conrad Voigtgear? It's possible. He could have hired some scum, or maybe it's just a pirate who saw the state of our ship and decided to push his luck. Can we evade this combat? I don't think so, Lord Captain. There'd be no reason to. It'll be easier to blast these scum to smithereens than to evade them. We'll warn Footfall we're coming with a few macro salvos. On my order, all stations, get ready for void combat. Alright, cool. We get to learn how to space battle now.
Enemy contact. All shower fury.
Neat. Moving the ship in combat. You have engaged the enemy in space combat. Battles in space and on the surfaces of planets work quite differently from one another. In space combat, the battlefield is separated into 3 zones marked by various degrees of brightness. Acceleration zone, mid-movement zone, end movement zone. Ships travel at high speeds even during combat, which is why both of your ships and those of your enemies must move a certain distance each round. You can only end your turn once your ship has traversed this minimum required distance upon entering the end of the movement zone. Alright, so there's the minimum movement phase. I am somewhat familiar with this concept, having played flyers like this one. So on the tabletop, it's very similar. So you get some guys like this, right? Some guys like this have a similar rule. They're jet flyers, and they have a minimum move distance. So it is something I am familiar with. To move the ship, click LMB on any accessible cell on the battlefield. Once you do, you will see a hologram of the ship that will allow you to evaluate the efficiency of future attacks and actions from that position as you would in regular combat. Click LMB again to confirm your choice and command the ship to move. Alternatively, you can click RMB to remove the hologram. Okay, so there we go. Varying brightness is the movement distances. So there's your 3 brightnesses. This one, and this one. Okay. So that's the minimum movement range. We'll go here. I was going to say for a second that looked like, from a distance, it looked like it was Drakari. We'll go here. And dorsal.
Full speed ahead.
Your ship is equipped with arsenal of weapons which differ in terms of range of fire and offer you a variety. I didn't tell you to deal with such an enemy. You must first pierce their shields through arrays of. Dude, what the fuck, man? Like, it goes by way too fast. Why, hello, Jenny. First time chatter. Welcome, welcome, welcome. When facing an enemy ship equipped with shields, choose your angle of attack wisely and direct your fire at a side where the shields are weakened and completely depleted. Note that enemy shields recover each round. The rogue trader's flagship is likewise protected by shields. If the enemy attacks you from a side where the shields are weakened or depleted, the ship will take damage. The flagship's damaged shields do not recover at the start of the next turn. Instead, they can be restored using the restart shields action on the panel at the bottom of the screen. Alright, kind of like reload. Restarting the shields reduces the flagship's combat efficiency. On its next turn, it will have reduced movement speed and firing range. Okay, so I shoot again. Yes. Ooh, nice. Okay. Oh, I didn't set these jobs. I need to do that. All right.
We have a destination to reach.
All right, let's see if I can torpedo these guys. Can I turn? I can't turn, can I? Gotta build some distance. Should have went harder so I could go like harder to the side. All right.
Full speed ahead.
Okay.
Unleash a barrage of destruction.
All right. I gotta get a straighter shot on him, I think. Man, that's so maneuverable though. Yeah, try that. Try to get behind him. And we go hard to port. Am I going to be able to hit anything from there? No. What could I do? I could go... Yeah, I think I'll go here.
We have a destination to reach.
Now we're in firing range. Oh yeah.
Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
Nice. So I was trying to do. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna want to go here.
Full speed ahead.
Just chase him in a circle. Yeah, that'll work. I can almost get him.
Helmsman, navigate us to the designated coordinates.
Okay.
Show them the fury of our macro cannons.
Okay.
I want to hear the macro cannons roar.
Oh, so close. All I need to do is get on his flank. Oh, is he trying to run away? There you go.
Deliver their demise.
Boom!
Purified the battlefield of
Nice.
Takes.
Enemy attacks can penetrate your shields and damage your ship's hull. This damage remains after the battle is over and must be repaired. Once the void ship management screen to make repairs to your ship. Use scrap to repair your ship and restore its hull integrity. Scrap can be found while exploring star systems, collected after certain space battles, or purchased from merchants affiliated with various factions. Neat. What's this? Ancient machinery. Scrap plus 32. Okay. Alright. Alright, that's kind of cool. It's a neat system. Wow. Alright, cool. Cool. Void ship management. So let's do that. Let's heal up. Where do I go to maintenance? Upgrade? Oh, can I not upgrade? Posts. Ah, here we go. Shield Master. Master of Maneuvers. I have Master of Etherics. Master of Maneuvers. Shield Master. Okay, Master of Maneuvers. There we go. Athletics. Tech use. Demolition. Okay. Athletics. Okay. Warp. It's actually her. Awareness. Demolition would be her, I think. The warp channeler would be Cassia. And that would be you. There we go. That should be good. So now we should be relatively stacked. Awareness, lore, athletics, tech use, demolition, and persuasion. So yeah, I think we're in, we're set up right. Okay, that makes sense. Upgrades, can't do upgrades yet. Components. All right, how do I heal the ship? Other. Weapon, all. Okay, how do I speed damage reduction? Okay. How do I repair though? Almost level 2 ship. Hull repair. Yep. There we go. Hull is repaired. We're fully healed. Neat. Alright, that's cool. That's cool, right? I think that's cool. Alright, dead world. So what's here? Let's scan this. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A Vox recording is stating that the priesthood of the Altar Templum Calixtus X17 have no desire to communicate with the laity and are refusing access to guests on the basis of Adeptus Mechanicus privilege and violability, granting them sole jurisdiction over sacred sites. That's fine. That's fine. I just want to scan. Alright, dead world. Begin scan. What is this? Extractum. Extractum Patronum. Okay. Cool. Druce's Blessing. Lord Captain, we have the flagship Druce's Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They're requesting a direct Vox channel. Patching you through. Chartist Captain Austerius Thorfast. The Vox channel clicks, and after a brief pause, a dry, low voice hails you. Greetings, Lord Captain. I am honored to speak with the rogue trader of House von Valancius. May your name be known through the ages. Chartist Captain Austerius Thorfast, bearer of a free charter of the merchant fleet. How can I be of service? What is your squadron doing here? We develop supply routes for the Chartists. You see, my ship is a representative of the merchant fleet in this part of the Imperium territory. Yet we do not have a fixed, charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business contacts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in specialized goods. I want to take a look at the catalog of components available for purchase. Alright, cool. Let's reputation first. Hide untradeable. No suitable cargo to trade. Okay. What's this? Ooh. Yes. This plasma drive provides 11. You have received new equipment for your ship. To install it, open the void ship management screen on the right. Double click LMB and hold it. Okay. And then this is cancel. What is this? 2A engine. This plasma drive is 11 speed along with strong acceleration braking. 13 speed. Okay. Accept. Well, cool. We got some upgrades, right? Upgrades for the ship. That's nice. Neato. Alright, so we'll close that. What else we got? From where do you source the components you sell? Are you asking me to disclose our suppliers to you? Thorfast laughs airily. Well, frankly, they come from both everywhere and nowhere. We get our wares either from lucky voidsmen who stumble upon an abandoned or dilapidated ship somewhere in the neighboring system, or from unlucky ones whose sorry tub arrives on footfall in such a state that it's easier to take her apart than to restore her. I'd like to know more about the merchant's fleet's operations in the Coronis Expanse. For the most part, all the Expanse has is fleets of different organizations and small flotillas of merchant ships. Uninterrupted communication between worlds is a matter of life and death for many outposts of humanity. So even in this dark corner of the Imperium, there are Chartists and ships assigned to the various Adeptus. Alas, the Expanse has next to no stable trade routes, so the job can be precarious at times. Then again, no one is more intimately familiar with the hardships of local commerce than a rogue trader. Over and out. Alright, cool. Well, let's go check out the voice ship. So we got some stuff to equip. Engine. Alright, so Lathe pattern 2 engine is what we got right now. 11 speed, strong acceleration and braking. Plasma drive provides 13 speed along with low acceleration and braking. So it's not very fast, but, and it doesn't stop very well, but it goes faster. We'll equip it anyways, just be different. What else we got? Auger array, void ship weapons and targeting. So that's Auspex? Okay. Targeting 80% hit and 5% crit. This is now 90% hit and 5% crit. So that is definitely an improvement. So there we go. We are slowly improving. Can't upgrade anything yet. Alright, the ship is bueno. So let's fly around a little bit, see if we can discover anything. If there's anything out in the asteroid belt. I wonder if there's random encounters. Artificial facility, unidentified object? Lord Captain, the station airlocks have... Oh, yeah, yes. That's Altar, Templum, whatever. It says there's unidentified objects. Pass by the sun. Okay. Slingshot around the sun, go back in time. Alright, so off the footfall. Let's scan it. Make planetfall on footfall. Wait for the completion of the ship's inspection. Rogue Trader Theodore von Valencius desires to personally meet with the person recently brought aboard her flagship. Her storm is bringing over the dynasty, so the Lord Captain has something important to share with her heir, if she ever gets a chance. That's an old quest. What's this? Interrogator von Kalog's headed to the monastery of the Depths Mechanicus Cigar Secret. Yeah, but we already did that one. Probably not done until he's done. Tattered Spirit. Footfall, Void Dogs, Furibundus. Liege Palace. Footfall, Atrium, Furibundus. It'll take time to confirm that the ship is free of serious damage and repair what damage there is. The Voxmaster will report when the inspection is complete. Okay. Extremely rare cases of Jakari have been observed stealing suns from the Kronos Expanse. Such notorious raids wreak havoc, wreak devastation across entire solar systems, but it's the frequency with which these malicious Xenos are depriving humanity of valuable stars that raises suspicion. Okay, well, okay, let's see. Let's try what's this one. I think there's something to discuss with the head of the Drusian mission and is kind of under Lord Captain's support. Atrium, Footfall. Alright, so Footfall, Atrium. The Void Docks is the other one. Can I collapse these? Yes. Prologue. Okay, this one I haven't done yet, right? Yep, that's the one I'm working on. Astray is one I am working on. Errands will close. Classified information. Bridge Cogitator once belonged to Theodore von Valencius. See how sure it can be used to decrypt the databank. Authorize the databank decryption of the personal cogitator. I gotta do this one. Bridge, Von Valencia's void ship. Well, let's go on the bridge. Let's go on the bridge and solve that one. Alright, save the box so I can log it. Yay, we're having canoodle and schnitzel for dinner. Alright, okay. This cogitator. Where is it? Well, I guess I could go talk to Pascal. Said it's on the voice ship bridge. Personal cogitator, where? Where is it at? Alright, let's go talk to Pascal. Talk to Abel, maybe? Okay, no. Pascal. No. Where's this cogitator? Is it up here? Normally the cogitator has a human torso sticking out of it. No. Where's this cogitator at? I have to grant it permission, right? What is up with that? Okay, well, I can't talk to those cogitators right there. Greetings. Okay. Okay, where is this dang thing? Is this it? The reflections of the bridge lights are playing on the unlit vid screens of the cogitator. Next to the machine stands a hunched tech priest, who bows as you approach, his body nearly folding in half. Lord Captain, The machine spirit of this mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken it, use the key of your blood. Who are you and what is your purpose here? My designation is IH630. The tech priest points his only mechadendrite at the machine beside him. The venerated Engine Seer Prime has entrusted the sacred mechanism into my care. It is now my duty to assist in the rogue trader's understanding of the hollowed code. What is this blood key I'm supposed to use? The key you seek is the dynastic blood that runs in your veins. It is the only way to arouse this cogitator's machine spirit. When you are ready to do so, place your hand into the mouth of the guardian servitor on the blessed control panel. Place it inside the maw. The servitor's powerful jaws close around your hand with a screeching clack. You feel the cold metal pierce your skin and draw blood. The vent screens in front of you flicker restlessly, filling with numerical combinations. The tech priest by the cogitator nods curtly. The sacred mechanism is awake and ready to receive your request, Lord Captain. Pascal has informed me that the system has encrypted data stored inside. I wish to know its contents. Without another word, the tech priest turns on the cogitator. He raises his hands and a prayer of binaric code pours out of his Vox device. The servo motors in the bowels of the machine grow louder, its undulating hum responding to his chant. Numerical combinations run down the screens. Cool. The machine spirit has discovered numerical critical errors. The data is damaged. The tech priest stops abruptly, and the green glow of his visor narrows. Registering an intact segment, the machine spirit has spoken. The worlds of Kiava Gamma and Darkonis hold certain data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide the rogue trader with data keys that can unlock said repositories. What data repositories? That remains hidden. The encrypted data bank belonged to the esteemed Theodora von Valancius. She was the only one who could have known about these repositories. Perhaps the former Engine Seer Prime also could have known. Omnissiah accept his code. If I were to propose a hypothesis, it would be most prudent of a figure as eminent as the rogue trader to store her classified data in receptacles most secure. How do I accept these keys? Data transfer action initiated. Okay. The gracious machine spirit is willing to transfer the data keys to the head of House von Valancius by means of an Elect-2, a hypodermic tattoo augment. If you are ready to accept the keys, place your hand inside the servitor's mouth. Deep within the servitor's dark gullet, unseen, burning hot needles pierce her wrist, but the sharp pain only lasts a moment. The Elect-2 that has been planted inside your wrist should be enough to open the repository doors. I need to know more about the caches. Okay. The tech priest's augmented fingers dart around the control panel. The Omnissiah favors you. The machine spirit is willing to commence the calculation procedure that could restore the lost data. Restore the data on the cache located on Dargonius. The machine hums louder until it lets out a resounding crackle. Then the sounds stop and an unmoving numerical combination lights up the screen. The tech priest's synthesized voice sounds almost concerned. The data has been restored, but it is only a single phrase. Litanies of the motive force. That is all the sacred mechanism was able to salvage. I am interested in the cache on Kiava Gamma. The servo motors within the cogitator pick up the pace, their heavy thrum growing louder. The machine clicks abrasively for several minutes until eventually a numerical code appears on the screen. The tech priest turns to you. Blessed are the Omnissiah's deeds. The repository on Kiava Gamma has a security system guarding it. The machine spirit has recovered a code that will allow you to disable defenses. I have other questions. The tech priest bows. Have the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus been able to discern how the ship was able to start her warp engine? The Engine Seer Prime spends hours pursuing the quest for knowledge and hopes of comprehending the nature of said miracle. May the Omnissiah's grace guide him on this journey. There is no doubt that it will be a miracle sent by the Omnissiah as a manifestation of his will. Yet the Engine Seer Prime managed to perceive some logical connection within the streams of data. I'm not privy to this connection, but the Engine Seer Prime will surely share this newly discovered knowledge with you in a detailed report. Remind me who you are? I am IH630 of the Adeptus Mechanicus, a faithful servant of the Machine God. The venerated Engine Seer Prime has entrusted the sacred mechanism into my care. so that I may assist in your understanding and comprehension of its hallowed code. All right, cool. So we updated that, I think. So let's go to journal. Tattered Spirit. That's the okay. That's the one we're working on. Astray. That's dropping off the Sister of Battle. And then Dargonius and Calvagamo. We got to go there. All right, so we are good to continue, I believe, to Footfall. So now we should be able to go to Footfall. Void Dock Alpha Row. Yep. Yes. Yes. Oh, I can take everybody? All right, yeah, I'll take everybody. 3-6. Who am I? Oh, okay, I know who left. I know who left. An Imperial world, hopefully not being wrecked by heresy like the last one. Nice. Your Lordship, forgive me for not welcoming you on the appropriate obeisance. We were told that you would prefer to arrive on Footfall incognito, and so we were trying to attract as little attention as possible. I'm here on the behalf of the Liege of Footfall, Lord Vladame Takara. The Liege awaits the chance to speak with you at his residence, but if you happen to have other business to attend to, I can serve as your guide and tell you about the station. Cassia's lips curl slightly. This is so familiar. Behind the amber-colored scattering of words of welcome, far less appealing hues lurk, murky and diluted. The look of someone accustomed to lying and hiding their intentions. Adira jerks her head, shakes it, and hisses through her teeth. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Abelard sighs and casually places his hands on his weapon. Alright, who's coming? Judging by the voices, there's a lot of them. Angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't that sharp. Their strength is their numbers. I bet you it has to do with Exterminatus. Judging by the... Oh, yeah. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean by such cryptic She doesn't get to say the rest. Ooh, wee. You must not like living. Let's see, what do we got here? 13 hit points? Oh, you guys are going down so hard. How about I go right here? Okay, you. Where's a good clump that I can cleave? Actually, how about you go right here? How about you go right here? And then you, I shall have you right here. You, I shall have in the back. Actually, I'll put you right there. You, oh, you're going to electrocute some fools. And then you, I'll put you right here, Pascal. All right, cool. That should do it. Or Octarian. We'll go here. No. Go here. Here. Oh, okay, I see what it is. He gets like a first turn or something. Yeah, I could do that. Then I will give it to Argenta, who is going to blast these fools. Oh yeah. There we go.
Actions will speak.
There's your middle
louder than
tactics. What's this? The front line.
The Emperor commands.
Okay.
I won't suffer this.
I don't need to do that right now. All right. Let's see. Take aim for you.
Rejoice in service.
Break their ranks. For I can give that to you. Okay. The command to Avalon. There we go.
Not be deterred.
All right, that should do it. Oh yeah. I'm done the parade.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Escape the Emperor's judgment.
There's that stack I needed.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay.
Indeed. I will do my duty. It will be done.
Okay, he missed. I like the chain swords. All right. Yeah, that'll work.
Isn't this a job for yourselves? Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
I do.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
Okay.
High momentum.
All right.
Better crippled in body than corrupt in mind.
All right, Adira. No big deal. We good.
But of course. On it.
Okay, that should work.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved.
Okay. Snipe him.
Young Messiah condemned.
Nice. That worked pretty well. If I was these guys, I'd be freaked out.
And so shall it be done.
the weak.
Should have gave her plus to hit first.
Faith without
Yes! Plasma for the win. Holy cow. I should have done that. Okay. Front line. Move the front line up.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Okay, and then do that to Abelard. Go to Adira. Okay. Next.
I'll do it.
That's not working. Oh, because I'm in melee range? Let's overcharge. Single shot.
Strike is a prayer.
And then I think that'll be fine for now.
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
Nice. Okay, Cassia.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Boom.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If I may,
It will be done.
Okay. Odd. He's just holding it down over there. Let's see. Can switch to this. I want to shoot him by accident. Alright, first.
Will do. Was that you? Or will do.
Okay. Dirty mark.
Not the scryer's job.
Okay. Pascal. All right.
Running binaric override.
And we'll snipe him.
Request approved. Vital functions
Okay.
terminated.
Go right here. That's all good for now.
Rejoice in service.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I will not be deterred. Your
Nice.
corrupt way has failed you,
Nice.
and so it shall be done.
God Emperor, move through me. Breathe fire to my heart.
Okay. Oh.
At your beck and call. It will be done.
I am a now
Imperium!
servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
No can do. Anything else?
I like how we basically have taken like no damage.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
What is this foreboding?
Running binary override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Let my enemies tremble at the sound of my step.
There we go. The shivering young servant looks up at you with horror in his eyes. Emperor, protect me. They killed. Every time I warn them, and they go all, Dear Emperor, Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who could have thought? Vajira spits on the ground in annoyance. Fear not, young man. We took care of the attackers. You know who they were? Your lordship, those guys were Anvers. They're a gang. They're the worst, I'm telling you. They're scared of no one, not even Liege Takara. He glances around like he's expecting more bandits to appear. This kind of thing happen often around here? Shooting, yes. Attacks on nobles? Not very often. Unless it's the Anvers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing, to follow no rules. Go report this to the Liege. Yes, I'm sorry, your lordship. I'll just go report to the Liege. They killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible. Well. Well. How the turntables. Oh, I was hoping for chain axes. Oh, we got a chainsword though. Nice. Mostly useless. Oh, some shotguns. Shotguns are nice. Mostly useless stuff, but that chainsword's a keeper. That combat shotgun 8. Ooh. Well, looks like Octarian's getting an upgrade on a shotgun. Okay, so we got a chainsword, chainsword, chainsword. Nah, I mean I could give you a chainsword. You fix your, yeah, there you go. You fix your face a little bit. All right, got a regular sword. All right, and you can't take them. So she's doing battlefield stuff, so you're gonna get priority on the chainsword. There you go. This is 10 to 15. Is that better than your knife? 9 to 14. It is better than your knife. Okay. Now shotgun. Let's see. Where's the good shotgun? Combat shotgun 18 to 22. So that is better. Is it two-handed? It is two-handed. Okay. But it is a better shotgun. Okay. So there is that. Blast wave. 8 to 12. Anybody else running anything new I picked up? Regular shotgun. Plasma pistol. Plasma pistol. I'd like to use more plasma pistols. I only have the 2 though. She's not using her plasma pistol too much, so I might give her a bolt pistol. Then I'll have him use the plasma pistol. This is one less, but I can area attack if needed. Well, I mean, 9 to 14. That's still really good. So, you know what? I think I will keep it on her. Plasma pistol's too good. All right. I think that'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work. And accessories. Okay, yeah. What are we doing on med packs? Still good and still good. Okay. What's this? Alright. Been a while since we saved. Alright. Well, here we are. We're on Footfall. So I think that's where we'll leave it today. I know it's a short stream, but we did start kind of late. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for talking in the chat. Thanks for following. If you enjoyed the stream, go ahead and give us a follow over on Twitch. And if you want to check out our other videos, go ahead and head on over to YouTube. Look us up, Dad Gamer Club. You'll find us over there. We've got some videos. We've got all sorts of different videos. We got tips and tricks, walkthroughs, and more streams. So our longer archive streams you can find over there as well. Including today, we just released a boss guide to the word bearer boss Aurora at the end of chapter 1 for this game. Now, for the rest of this week, we will be continuing this game. Once we have beaten this game on stream, we will go back to World of Warcraft. So for those of you guys that like us for our World of Warcraft content, we will be back Season of Discovery as soon as we beat this game. This is a very good game though, not gonna lie. Alright, well, with that, I hope you all have a fantastic day and I will see you tomorrow.